Hi, welcome to episode 197 of your favorite daily podcast, A Couple of Things, a podcast about things. Today, I'm going to be talking about making friends at work. Should you do it? Should you not? Why? Why not? Let's go. So this is one of these hot topics that people always go on and on Twitter about. Like, no, you shouldn't make friends at work. Your colleagues are not your friends. Da 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 da. But I think that you can make friends at work. One of my best friends in the whole world is from one of my first jobs. We started at about the same time. We had our interview the same day actually, but then I didn't even really talk to him until when we both started, and we became very close very quickly, and we've been friends since then. And he's one of my best friends in the world. And I think that there are many factors that led into that, some of which are related to the things I already talked about on the quadratic theory of friendships, which is about shared interests, shared values, shared experiences. Both of us were just finishing uni. I was still in uni, but he had finished uni. We're basically in the same stage of life generally. We were starting the job on the same day. We were basically in the same department, doing similar work, and yeah, we had a lot in common basically about that, and so that kind of helped in building the friendship. And we actually sat down beside each other in the office, so yeah, everything was the right time, place, setting, whatever, for us to become friends. So that is why sometimes I haven't made any super close friendships like that since then, but I do have friends from various jobs over the years, but none to the depth of my friendship with person I'm talking about now. And for the reason, again, for the opposite of the reasons that I mentioned, in many of the other places that I have worked, many of the people were in different life stages. We didn't really have much in common beyond the working in the organization. Different life stages, people had kids that were almost half my age or my age, or there was just really not enough to build a friendship, a deep friendship on. Again, back to the concentric circles, there are people who you have different levels of depth of friendship with. So while some of them are acquaintances till now, some of them are people that I'm friendly with, some of them are in my tier one, and a few of them are tier one, some tier two, but most are tier three and tier four, and that's also fine. But now I guess the question that people are often talking about when they talk about making friends at work is not tier two, tier three, tier four, maybe tier two spots, but maybe people are mostly thinking about tier one, tier two friendships when they say you can't make friends at work, which I also disagree with. I think you have to be careful, obviously, because depending on how big or small your organization is, and depending on the culture, if people are very cutthroat, if people are very backstabby, everybody's trying to get one up over the other person, maybe you have to be more careful and more cautious about who you open yourself up to and who you become really friendly with. But if you're in a very nice environment, and I'm not talking about your managers or your managers and all the senior people being white family or whatever, that's bad vibes. I'm talking more of your colleagues, your actual peers. If you're in a culture where people are not backstabbing, everyone is out to get you, or everybody's a normal for himself kind of thing, then I don't think that it's impossible to make friends at work. And another thing I see with people, at least from my experience so far of moving abroad and working in a new country, and comparing that with my other friends who also moved abroad and are working in companies here, I've also found that people who work in larger organizations abroad tend to have more work friends than people who work in smaller organizations. And I think for a variety of reasons, mostly being that thing about being in different life stages. Because here I'm working with colleagues who are who have been married for years, have children, like they live outside Amsterdam, like far away cities. Like we don't really have much in common, much to connect on. We're all in different areas of life. Versus a lot of my friends who are working in like much other companies where there's a lot of people, you can more easily find your tribe, so to say, in those kinds of places, I think, based on my observation so far. But yeah, in summary, you don't have to make friends at work, like your tier 1 and tier 2 friends. You don't have to have that at work. But I find it very weird if you don't have any cordial relationships with people in your office beyond just, hi, can you see my screen? Have you we have a meeting, those kinds of things. Like I feel like it's a bit weird if there's nobody in your organization that you can count as a at least tier 3 friend. Then somebody's bad vibes, whether your organization is bad vibes or you are bad vibes. That's what I think. And it's not like a do or die, like you must make friends at work of any tier. And if you don't know what the tiers are about, I'm going to link in the show notes the episode on the theory of friendship, so you can find out about that there. But if you it's not compulsory that you make friends, because again, there could be different things in the dynamic that set up that allow like friendships to form or not to form. But I think that the going into workplaces with the idea that I'm not here to make friends, like those reality show people, like I'm not here to make friends, I'm just here to win the prize, I'm just here to do my work. I think that it sets you up for a bad experience, or for a super experience, or for an experience that is below what you could actually be living, because you spend like a third of your life or thereabouts at work, and at the very least you should have people that you can be at least friendly with, is what I think. So should you make friends at work? Yes, if you can. That's my stance. Should you open up yourself to everybody and be super buddy with everybody? No. Like I also said on the episode, one of the episodes on friendship, is there's a lot of discernment that you have to have, whether at the workplace, outside of work. You can't just open yourself up to everyone. But you also can't, or should, well, you can do whatever you like, but I don't think you should close yourself up to everyone and be like, yeah, I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to just work or whatever. So yeah, thank you for listening. That's it for today. Bye. Let me know what you think. Do you have friends from work? Should you make friends at work? Do you have good experiences? Do you have bad experiences? Share with me in the comments if you can. Thanks. Bye. Thank you for listening to today's episode of A Couple of Things. If there was anything you found interesting or insightful, or you enjoyed the episode, please do share to someone or multiple people. Like, leave a comment, and definitely do subscribe and all the nice things. Bye.